Hey everyone, it's Tyler, the Antenna Man, and today I'm going to review this RCA indoor antenna. It's a very simple set of rabbit ears, sort of like what was seen when television first came out. How well does it work? Stay tuned to find out. If you're a cord cutter or use an antenna, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to receive a notification whenever I post a new video. Before I get into this antenna review, I want to explain a few things about indoor antennas in general. They typically work in fair to strong signal areas within 30 miles of the broadcast towers, depending on certain factors like your home's building material and how many trees are around your house. Too much tree coverage will likely require an attic or outdoor antenna setup. There is no such thing as an HD or digital antenna. HD and digital are just keywords antenna companies use to get their products to show up on search results for people who think HD antennas are a thing and just simply type in the keywords HD antenna on Amazon. While you'll always get the best reception in most channels with an outdoor antenna, there is one way to find out if you stand a chance to get all the major networks with an indoor antenna. On your web browser, go to rabbitears.info, click on Signal Search, drag and zoom the pin drop to your location, change the height above ground to 13 feet, and click on Go. This will generate a reception report at your location. If you see most of the local channels with signals listed as good, there's a good chance you might be able to use an indoor antenna. Anything else that's listed as fair or poor, you will probably need an attic or outdoor setup. While you have the reception report on your screen, pay attention to the RF channel numbers in parentheses. These are the channels each TV station broadcasts on, and it's usually different than what they show on air. Any channel that's 7 through 13 highlighted in yellow is high VHF and may require a long antenna element to be picked up, but can sometimes be picked up with a flat antenna if the signal is strong enough. Channels highlighted in red are low VHF and will require a very specific antenna to be picked up. Some examples of low VHF channels include 6ABC in Philadelphia, PBS in Pittsburgh, Boston, and Providence. I only found one indoor antenna that works well for a low VHF, which I will feature in a future video of mine. If you don't want to wait or would rather try an outdoor antenna first, you can sign up for an antenna recommendation from me on my website at antennamanpa.com. Most of you will only have high VHF and UHF channels in your area. So back to this antenna. It's a very basic set of rabbit ears. The long elements here are optimized for high VHF channels 7 through 13, and the square in the middle is optimized for UHF channels 14 and above. Unfortunately, like many indoor antennas, this set of rabbit ears has a hair-thin cable that's going to result in signal loss or easy interference. In a previous video of mine, I demonstrated how the coax cable can have a huge impact on your reception. It's best to use a thick, high-quality RG6 quad shield cable that looks like this. Not like this, and since the cable is built into the antenna, you can't replace it. So how well does this antenna work? I tested out in a new location with a bunch of other indoor antennas to see how it performs. Here are the stations I'll be testing out with this antenna, the RF channel they broadcast on, and the results of the last two antennas I tested out on the YouTube channel. There are 3 UHF channels and 2 VHF channels. The signal on WNEP, which broadcasts on UHF channel 21, was higher on this antenna than the Mata 1 flat antenna, but lower than the Jessobite antenna. The signal of WYOU on VHF channel 12 couldn't really be picked up with this antenna, likely due to the hair-thin coax cable, since the antenna does have VHF elements. WBRE on VHF channel 11 also had trouble being picked up with this antenna. WOLF, which broadcasts on UHF channel 22, was higher on this antenna than the Mata 1 flat antenna and about the same as the Jessobite flat antenna. This antenna was not able to pick up the low-powered repeater of New Jersey PBS on RF channel 27. I was a bit disappointed with the performance of this antenna. While it has a decent classic rabbit ear design, the coax cable is simply too thin to keep a good signal coming in from the elements. I tested out several other rabbit ear style antennas, and this one performed the worst out of the set. For the most part, I would not recommend this antenna, especially considering it performed worse than a generic flat antenna. Sure, the antenna may work well in a strong signal area, but there are many better models out there for a similar price. I include a link to a list of recommended indoor antennas in the description of the video. With any indoor antenna, it's critical to use some kind of signal meter as a guide to find the best location for it. Moving an antenna as little as a few feet can have a huge impact on reception, which I showed in a previous video of mine. If you plan on using an indoor antenna, I'd highly recommend either the Mediasonic or iView digital converter box. Both have a signal meter that comes up if you press the info button twice on the remote, which is very helpful to find the best spot for an indoor antenna. I include a link to both models along with an instructional video in the description of the video. I'll be releasing other indoor antenna reviews in the future, so be sure to stay tuned to my YouTube channel. I was truly amazed at how well and how poor some performed. If you don't want to wait for the videos, feel free to sign up for an antenna recommendation from me on my website at antennamanpa.com. I'll eliminate all the guesswork and give you information on the best antenna for your location based on my experience testing out over 100 antenna models and actually installing them in 4 TV markets. Thanks again for watching my YouTube video. An additional thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon or is a member of my YouTube channel. If my videos have helped you cut the cord, or if you just think they're cool and would like to help support them while gaining exclusive perks, such as behind the scenes content, access to my videos ad-free 1 day early, and direct contact with me, visit patreon.com/antennaman or click the join button in this video. If you're on Facebook, you can like my Facebook page at facebook.com/antennamanpa. If you're not on Facebook and would like to receive email updates whenever I post new videos, feel free to sign up to my email list. I attached a link in the description of the video. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel for more cord cutting and antenna related videos, and have an awesome day.